Do you open your wardrobe in the morning and still feel like there's nothing to wear? Do you scroll through Pinterest for hours only to end up in the same hoodie and cargos? Do you lie in a pile of clothes already late, debating if anyone will notice if you wear the same fit from 2 days ago? Well, not anymore. In today's video, we have more outfits than you could ever wish for. Outfits for link-ups, breakups, lazy days, awkward work drinks, surprise parties, all for the price of absolutely nothing. Except my sleep schedule, floor space, nearly my will to live. So please just grab a snack, maybe a notepad too, and just enjoy. I figured what better way to start off than with something that nearly everybody has, a white tee and some denim. This does the job when you have no idea what to wear, but it can look a little basic. So here's how I'd spice it up a little so, you know, it looks like you actually cared about what you're wearing and you didn't just wake up 5 minutes ago. That may or may not have been me. Anyways, so to elevate this look, we're gonna start by just throwing on a bunch of accessories. Starting off with this cap, a standard silver watch, don't mind me, I'm being a little kid. A really staple piece that I don't really see many people using is actually a bracelet and rings, but like rings with a little pizzazz to it. Yeah, this watch ring, I don't even know how many compliments it's got me, but it's insane. And finishing off with some layering action. I just don't believe in just wearing one chain. It kind of looks a bit plain to me, but you can really spice up an outfit by layering different chains, especially when they have different looks to them. To finish off, we're going with some white Air Forces, keeping it simple and letting the accessories do the work. A nice little trick you can do is throw a graphic tee into the mix and match the accents of the tee with your accessory. I really like this one because this is a very subtle way of catching people's attention without shoving the outfit in front of their face. And this is one of them ones you can really spam in the summer. I may or may not have done that. Anyways. Now, if this is too simple and you're a layering bandit like me, guilty, then you can also just put on a flannel. This is a really simple way to add some textures and some vibe into the outfit. Now, if the weather's hot where you're at, you could just switch the tee for a tank. It's the easiest way to make an outfit more breathable. Is that even how you describe it? Oh my gosh. Switching it up and making it a little more chic. I really like this combo of a leather vest and a white tee. Pair it with some smarter shoes and it gives you more of a smart casual look. If you don't want to look like you're about to go to a Giveon concert, then you can swap the blue denim for a linen pants. It gives a lot more of a chic and a smarter vibe. One thing I really like about linen pants is they can pair very well with knitted clothing. So we're throwing on this zip up. The zip up can actually be styled in many different ways. On your waist like everyone does. Over the shoulder to give you that 90s Ralph Lauren look. You can also switch it out for a trench. Yes, I know. It works. Trust me, it works. But if that's too hot for you because you live in the flippin' Sahara, then switch out the trench for a button up and keep it open to make it breathable. One way I like to elevate a clean, simple look is just by adding a bag to it. It makes it look very manly. Maybe you just want to chill and relax, so a white tee and some sweats will always work. However, it may not be the best thing to walk outside in every single day and feel your best, so here are some other options that you could definitely use. Switching the tee to a slightly oversized tank top is a game changer, especially with the ladies, boys. Trust me. And it definitely comes clutch in the summer. For when you go to the gym, you can pair a tee with a quarter zip. I prefer tighter quarter zips because they really show off the physique very well. But if you're not in the gym that much or not very confident in your body, then you can also switch to a more flowy pair. Definitely use darker colors because darker colors will hide your body a bit more. If you know me, you know I love my cargo shorts. They're a really good staple piece, especially for the summer, and you can really switch them up with damn near anything. Whether that be a hoodie, you can also add a flannel to this fit and it will still look good. When I tell you every single time, switching out the flannel and the tee for a bag and a tank will give you unlimited combos. Also, a simple jersey and matching them with the sneakers will never go wrong. You can even add a button up and some loafers to it to make it a little bit more classy. But now that I look at it, it looks a little bit like a schoolboy outfit. Just a little. If that is too chill for you, you can always switch out the cargo shorts for jorts. Me personally, I don't know why you do that. Cargo shorts to the day I die. A good jersey never fails, and if you know me, I love mine oversized. Pause. But that being said, it doesn't always have to be oversized. You can opt for a soccer jersey, which is a bit more tighter and gives you a more of an athletic look. Just don't rep the wrong team in a foreign country, because it could get ugly. Not speaking from experience, obviously not. This one was actually crazy for me to realize, but you could just wear a shirt with some accessories. Trust me, this one is amazing, especially with the ladies. And it doesn't stop there. You can actually dress it up easily with a sweater. Just make sure that you line the collar of the sweater with the collar of the shirt, if that makes sense. A cool twist I recently learned for a shirt is just by adding a leather vest and some boots. I don't know what it is about it, but it just makes me feel so tough. But now that I'm looking at it, I just look like Jack Sparrow. Taking it deeper into the smart vibe, a great place to start is just with a shirt and some dress pants. But make sure you tuck it in so you don't look like a school kid. I love to elevate this look by adding a trench coat and a bag. It just makes me feel very manly. Not again. But in winter times, it might be a little too cold, so you can take it one step further and put on a sweater on top of your shirt. Sensational. Switching it up a little, you can also add a tie. A really staple piece that I love using is a cardigan because it's so easy to add to dress pants to just elevate the look. You can easily switch the cardigan for a leather jacket or a corduroy jacket and it will still give you the same look. It's surprisingly easy to take it back to a casual route. All you have to do is just add some denim, a white tee or any tee for that matter, and some sneakers, and there you have it. Business casual. And the crazy part is this actually works for any type of smarter jackets like cardigans and trench coats. In the winter, one of my favorite pieces to dress up is a simple grey hoodie. When I tell you the opportunities are endless, it can be a simple tracksuit, putting on a pair of jeans, or even throwing the hoodie over your shoulders to give you more of a preppy look. But sometimes throwing it over your shoulders doesn't really stick, so this is how I actually tie them together so that it stays on my shoulders for way longer and I can actually move around. Now the real reason why I love a grey hoodie is because the layering combos are endless. You can throw on a flannel and it will look good. You can throw on a trench coat and it will look good. And all that's left to do is mix and match each shoe so that it fits each vibe. The crazy part is Zipups actually work too, and I actually slightly prefer them. You can have it closed for a simple look, or you can open them up to add another accent in when you're layering with another item. I find personally that vests work a charm with zip-up hoodies. You can also pair them very well with denim, and it gives off a very nice double denim look with the grey and the blue. Quite sensational. Last but not least, my favorite and my go-to type of outfits, monochrome outfits. If you didn't know, monochrome outfits are where you have one shade but varying different tones of that shade. But that being said, your whole outfit doesn't have to be monochrome. You can just use your shirt and your pants and then color match your hat and your shoes to bring a more vibrant look. Another fun part about monochrome fits is you can actually play with certain accents. So I went with an all brown outfit but used gold accents to make it stand out a bit more. However, if you don't want to look like a UPS driver, you can always fall back on the trusty all white / beige outfit. This one here, wow, something special, especially with the ladies. However, you gotta be careful because one ketchup stain will ruin your entire day. If you don't have that much color in your wardrobe or you're just getting started, then you can always fall back on the trusty all black outfit. That's all 50 fits for you guys. As you guys can tell, this is actually my first time filming in this background, and cheers to many more because we've got a new crib. So you guys let me know what content you guys want to see, whether that be fashion, lifestyle, or hygiene, and I look forward to doing that for you guys. Peace, love, stay fly. See you guys next week.